Yo, what is up, everyone? How are you doing today? Where is my mic? There we go. All right, just making sure we got microphone on check. So, how's everyone doing today? I'm going to show you today, live, what happened in the market and how Elon had pretty much just no effect at all. This was all based off of low volume, which I talked about yesterday, and the fact that we were running into resistance. That's what happened. Let me just do this real quick. So what I want you guys to understand, straight up, is that Elon, maybe he has something to do with it going down a little bit further, but this was going to happen regardless of Elon Musk or not. And that's why he's trolling everyone, because he does not matter that much. He is not the one buying and selling the Bitcoin. He is trolling everybody. He's enjoying this. Honestly, Elon is probably enjoying this so much because in actuality, like if I was Elon and people were bothering me, why wouldn't I just troll all of you? So it makes sense why he would do what he's doing. And I know that it seems like, okay, Elon's being a jerk. But he's doing it because you guys got to realize that it's nothing to do with him. He has something to do with data analytics that I've shown you, but it's not really Elon. This was coming before Elon. And let's look at why. Let me say hi to everyone. Great to have you all here. If you guys want to live chat, remember to guard your privacy and make sure that you follow those community guidelines. So if you're swearing and stuff, they may not show. Great to see everyone in England, Australia, Canada, United States. Welcome. Good morning. I figured let's do it a little bit. Mic gain is too high. Thank you very much. I'll turn that down a little bit so we don't get too much noise here. And Bitcoin hit resistance and went down it actually hit the resistance 4 times. I'm going to show you this really quick today. We're going to look at what's really been going on, and we're going to look at who has been buying and selling, and if my prediction yesterday based off of the wallet analysis and data analysis we've been doing, if it's actually right or not. Great to have the Netherlands in the house. Coach, I totally agree with you. Why can't people see the rising wedge, the low volume, the moon boys? You know what, man? I feel you, bro. I really feel you, because there are all these moon boys. There are all these people. And the thing is, they tell you what you want to hear. You know what I've noticed on my channel? When I started getting bearish, guess what happened to my viewings? They started to drop. Why did that happen? Because no one wants to hear negative stuff, right? And I understand that, but the negative side of this is there's actually a lot of positive. Here's the positive side of all this, right? So we have, the negative side. We have the positives. I'm really, let me just break this down for you, okay? The negative side is that it's going down if you're in a long. But if you take your mindset and you reverse it a bit and you go, wait, I can make money if I short the market. It doesn't matter what way the market goes. That's why I don't care. That's why it doesn't make me angry or upset if the market comes down, because then I just short it and it goes down with me and I make money that way. Or if I'm not too sure, I go into cash. I can't lose anything if I'm in cash. I can only lose potential profit. Who cares? Get the mindset of, if you had potential profits, it's not really profits, right? So who cares? That's what you have to think like. You got low volume. All right, I'm trying to get the right amount of volume here, but hopefully we can get that. Western Road, North York, what up, man? That's family. That's hometown. All right, Coach, you look pissed off telling everybody what will happen, and still people are in doubt. Mexico in the house. I love how many people from all around the world there is. Do shout out where you're from. It's super cool to have all you guys here. So ultimately, the point of this today, I'm going to show you with verifiable evidence what is the truth behind why the market did what it did. Now, you're going to hear a lot of moon boys and a lot of new traders say that TA doesn't work, that FA matters. Let me tell you real quick about FA. Fundamental analysis was there the whole entire bear market. We had 100 events that should have pushed the price higher. Did the price go higher though? No, it didn't. It went lower. So fundamentals only matter so much. The data and the TA tell us far bigger pictures. What up, Canada, Netherlands, Australia, England, South America, South Africa, south of east, northeast, Scotland, Jersey Shore, Belgium. What up, everyone? You guys are awesome. Any of you guys at the Bitcoin conference, tell everyone I say hi. Couldn't get there in time. Couldn't get the COVID stuff in Thailand is just not ready yet. So it was just too hard to get there. Moon Boys and others are trash. You're the best, man. Love all you guys. Look, I don't like trashing on anybody. Everyone is awesome. These influencers may just not know that maybe this could hurt people. I don't know, but I don't like talking negative about people because it doesn't do me any good or you guys. So let's keep it positive. The only thing we should be talking about, and not even in a negative way, is that the chart is bearish. And how do we trade it, right? Because that's what really matters. Canada, what up Montreal? What up Croatia? What up Lebanon, Poland? This is so cool, man. I love how like all the people from the stream are from all over the world and we're all learning together. And now let's flip it up because I know you guys don't want to just look at me. I know I'm pretty and all, but yeah, you don't want to look at me. So let me just show you something real quick. I just want to share this with you. When you're looking at volume, right? And volume is dissipating, right? And the price is going up. This is a divergence, okay? So as much as this is baiting you into thinking we're very bullish now and it's great and we're going to keep going up higher, we are running into what we would call resistance at about 39,300 and 39,400 or so. Back candle. Yeah, it's a little bit funny, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. But that's the truth. Look, all these people come on to these live feeds, but they don't take accountability, right? This is the accountable side. When you see resistance on a daily time frame, stop looking at the 4-hour. Daily. If we're running into daily resistance, there's a good chance it's going to reject at least a couple times before it breaks through. And if it doesn't break through, it's going to go back down. What happened before Elon even tweeted? The price was starting to go back down. Let's just have a quick look. So I'm going to jump in right here and we're going to have a quick look. All right. I'm going to move myself off to the side and I'm going to show you guys something that happened yesterday that is very interesting. And by interesting, I mean, maybe not a good thing. Let me just go into this first and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. A lot of people like to use wedges, right? So they draw triangles like this. They draw a trend line from the top. They connect the dots, right? And then they go, all right, well, this was a breakout. This was a clear 4-hour breakout, ignoring all the other factors of there was actually resistance just after the breakout. So you could have seen this if you were a real trader. You would have seen that, which I did yesterday and said on the 4-hour chart specifically that it's likely we could run into this and it could come and bounce off Kijin. And what did I say right after that? I stopped myself and went, actually, nah, it's probably going to pop out the bottom of the cloud. Look where it popped out. This is something that you will only learn over time. This is something that took me years to learn. So don't expect to get that in a day. It's not something that is just going to go, I understand it all. But why I'm trying to show you all this and why we always start on the daily time frame is because almost all professional traders, unless they're using algos and bots, are using daily time frames because daily time frames are more accurate. Our 4-hour time frame was our secondary against the trend trade. So we were going in a bearish market, looking at the 4-hour chart, and we were looking at a potential bullish trade. But here was the fact. It wasn't super bullish. We had a sloping cloud. We had resistance right above. And if you had been watching it for a few hours, you would have seen that it was failing once, failing twice, failing 3 times, and probably would have not gone long. But you drew the wedge. And see, this is what Elio was talking about when he made that post, that people draw these squiggly lines because they don't know what they're doing. Because yes, that matters, but resistance and support, the number one part of every trading system. So I want you guys to understand this because I'm not like your other traders. I'm not a CT guy, okay? I am on crypto Twitter. I am on YouTube. But the question you should start asking yourself is, who is the person that is telling you what they're telling you, right? Who is the person telling you what they're personally doing? And what type of pot do they trade with? Do they trade for funds? Because here's the thing. Most of the CT traders have never traded for a fund or another person before. Most of the CT traders have never even made $1 million trading before. Most of the CT traders have never traded for a fund before. But here's the thing. You're looking at someone who runs a professional trading company. I'm on here to educate all of you. Now, there are people that are great, and I'll never talk shit about anyone trying to help people. But ask yourself, who is it that's teaching you what? And how much capital and how much risk management practice have they had? And when you get those pieces to the puzzle lined up, you're going to go, oh my goodness, this makes a lot of sense. And that's what I'm trying to preach. I don't care that I don't make money from doing these. I don't care. It's not about that. It's about helping people reach the next level up. People that are in my club, if you're watching right now, let these guys understand what type of level that is, because we take you to the next level. The mindset of maybe it's going to dump, I'm scared, we take that and throw that in the trash. And so that's what this is. This is scaring you. Fear. That's why you felt the way you felt if you made a bad trade. And look what we have here on the hash ribbons. I'm going to show you something real quick. Here's hash ribbons. I've talked to you guys about these quite a few times in the past. What I want you to see here is that right now we're in a capitulation phase on the weekly. But when we go to the daily, this is something that is very interesting and never has happened before. It's one thing for something to happen. It's another thing to see something for the first time on any Bitcoin chart. I've never seen this before. The hash ribbons posted capitulation. And generally when we have capitulation, it lasts for a while and usually gets pretty deep, and then we'll break out of that capitulation and give us a buy signal. This is the first time I've ever seen a capitulation other than right here. That was such a small amount of capitulation and didn't end up with a buy. Look at what happened here. This had capitulation. It kind of didn't get strong enough, like I told you guys to look for. And now we're in capitulation again. Very interesting. It means that we're not ready to break out yet, but this is building up. Okay. Miners are also not selling, right? So keep all those factors in mind, right? This stuff is going to come back. Now I'm going to take some questions and we're going to stop looking at Bitcoin just for a quick second. And let's ask questions. Let me know. Don't ask me for coins yet. At the end of the show, I'm going to give you guys all the time you have, whatever you want. I'm going to chart as many coins I can before an hour is up. All right. Coach, shut up before you talk shit in here. There has never been smoke for anyone when you're on banter. Because you talk that shit here, but never has any smoke for anyone when you're on banter, Twitter, or anywhere else. That's not true at all, DP. I very, very often tell people exactly what I see in the market. The only thing is, when I'm on banter, I'm a guest, and I can't talk for 5 minutes straight. It's just kind of rude to the other guests. So that is something you guys have to be cognizant of as well. Like, I care about not being a dick to people. I care about people, right? You want to join the club? Definitely. Everyone wants to join the club, but eventually you guys will get your chance. Steven Nelson, I'm always hearing about this club. How does a dude get in the club? So Club Token, I have got a lot of stuff going with that. And basically what I figured out was free sucked. Everyone noticed that. So we took a snapshot of all the addresses for free, and we're going to airdrop Club Token to all those people that were in, and we're going to basically integrate my courses, my TA, webinars. We're going to have, because I have two trading courses, we're going to do webinar, like training settings. We're going to have a cool merch shop where you can create any kind of merchandise, hats, t-shirts, pens, all crypto stuff. We're going to give you memes that you can actually put on them, pre-made shirts, all this fun stuff. So we're basically making it like kind of a DAO style, and that other people can incorporate that. And to be in part of the group, basically you just have to have the tokens. So that's basically what we're doing, trying to make it really fun. Those Mooney YouTubers are paid. This is one thing you guys got to understand. One thing very important. Most, if not all YouTubers you watch are not paid. Maybe a couple of them, if it's a project they start talking about, they've never talked about from ICO, maybe they'd be paid for those ones. But in general, most of the YouTubers are not paid. They're literally, this is what's happening. I like a project. I go to the project and say I want an allocation, just like you would. But then they're like, what are you going to do for us? And then I have to do stuff, right? Oh, well, can you do a video and talk about what we're doing so that we have some exposure, right? So that's why the YouTubers and people are taught. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't even know what a good project was. Who would do the research for you? Nobody. So as much as you can hate on YouTubers and stuff and say it's their fault you went into projects, the fact is you wouldn't even know about the good projects you get into without those people doing that research, because there are 2,000, 3,000 projects that have launched already this cycle, and I don't even know all of them. So that's the fact. Finding the gems is really actually hard. All right, let me look at some questions, and then we're going to smash through. New Zealand, what up? I got lots of fam and friends in New Zealand and Australia. I love that place. I'm going to come visit the second COVID is not a thing anymore, because honestly, I want to travel. You guys miss travel at all? How many of you guys miss like getting on a plane, going to visit your friends and family? Like, I miss that so deeply. 519 out of Toronto, Ontario. What up, man? What's going on, Andrew? 20K to over 750K being in coach's club and following the coach from November till now. Now his shit. Knows his shit. Oh. Took his advice, cashed out when he said happily making money in Yield.app, Freeway Light, etc. You're very welcome, my brother. And honestly, like, I live to see other people do well. I do. I really do. Because you know what you're going to realize, guys? Maybe you're not there yet. But everyone, all of us, including myself, we want $1 million. You want your first meal. So you get your first meal, and then you get there, and you're like, I don't feel anything. You know why you don't feel anything? Because money doesn't make you happy. So then you go and you get another meal because you think 2 mil will make you happy. Doesn't do anything. Then you get to 5. Then you get to 10. Doesn't do anything. So money is not your motivation. You have to find what your passion is in life, right? So that's what I've been focusing on. Now let's get away from life stuff and let's get back to charts. And I want to show you some stuff from the data that you guys love me showing you. So let's get to the data. Now, the first piece of data is really important. I'm going to shove myself a little bit further off to the side here, just so you guys can see. So as you know from the past, we've already gone through these charts, right? So you see that retail were buying, whales were selling. And what did I tell you yesterday? I said it wouldn't surprise me as we have this uptick and the retail have not bought yet for the last few days for them to buy yesterday. I don't know, any of you guys who are watching the video that I recorded yesterday know that's a fact. That I said it's very likely the whales are going to take profit because they were buying and yesterday and they take profit today. They were selling and taking profit there. And the whole time they were buying was at the bottom right here. And obviously the price is going up, so they're going to take some profit. So these things are really easy visuals to see. All right, well, retail started buying. So guess who started selling? Whales. What happened to the price after? Well, the price rejected and started to drop. Why? Because whales were looking. Where were they looking? Yeah, they were looking right here, the same place I was yesterday. All the professional traders were looking there. All the other people that say they're great traders or that they think they know what they're doing were drawing a meme line right here and calling it a false breakout, not even looking at support and resistance, which means they are probably a little bit on the amateur side or forgot to do the major parts that you need to do before you start trading, which is support and resistance. Everything is off support and resistance. If you got people only drawing meme lines and there's no support and resistance, you got a problem. You probably should not follow those people. I guarantee at some point they'll wreck you. Ashton from Winnipeg 204. I'm not feeling hot about this market. Is now the time to sit back? Yes. Yes. Now is the time to chill. I have this frigging crazy inclination that we are going to have a very, very quiet summer. A quiet summer. What does that mean? It means that we're probably, like I said just the other day, and I'll keep saying this so you guys know I'm consistent, that we're likely to stick in this range here. And I actually said that when we were down here, that it's probably likely to go do one of these. And then we pop up. Anyone who watches this show knows that I drew that exact same thing like a few days ago. So that's what I'm expecting. Harry said, you said Link will be at 27. No Elon. Got it. Honestly, man, like, sometimes you just got to look at SR, support and resistance. And this is why in the club, I'm going to be teaching a lot of this, because what I've realized, okay, is you can go into all these signal groups. And the question a lot of people ask me is, why do I always lose when I go into signal groups? And it's because you don't know at all what you're looking at, when you should be nervous, when you shouldn't be nervous. And this stuff will wreck you straight up. That's what it will do. And yes, so it's that $27 level right here. Came down, bounced, So we were looking for that, but this link is not really in a position right this second. Let me just check. It's not really in a great position to look at, but look what we had. We had that bullish TK cross way back here, right? And what happened? Then we broke in the cloud, broke out the cloud, but we didn't get below the Kijun. So you'd be in that trade. And look, I told you guys, when you have a flat top, you take profit here and you take profit there, and then you would have been out there, all right here. You've been out on that first push. So that's what we look for. Keep it simple. How long have I been trading via TA? I've been trading via TA for about 4 years, and I've been trading since high school, and I'm 37 years old in like, I don't know, 22 days. So not too bad. Been at this a while. And I was also an educator before this, so I know how to teach people how to do stuff. Coach, can you share Ichimoku settings? Absolutely. So if you guys go into Ichimoku on a regular one right here, you click on that and you go to 20, 60, 120, and 30. And why we change these settings is because crypto, unlike other markets, doesn't actually open and close and doesn't have weekends. So there's no gaps. And because of that, we have to double the settings because it's not open only for a certain amount of time. It's open up all the time. And we have to compensate for that. And there's a guy named Picasso who kind of is the one who coined doing the double settings. So he gets the good stuff. So, and when we're talking about ERN has a lot of events coming up. CX listings, more NFTs, some of the, I can't say which they are because I'm not allowed to. But I will tell you that there are parts of the world when they hear who are going to go absolutely nuts. Insane. That's all I can say. Maybe you could figure it out. Coach, you won't give us the great news of the deep dive. Look, I don't think Bitcoin's going to 20K. Not now. That's not what I'm thinking at all. So yeah, we're not going to 20K right now. We're going to go to 10. And honestly, never has in one cycle gone all the way back to the top of the last cycle. So I don't think this one will be it either. It could happen. I told you guys from before, there are these levels down here. I just don't know if they're going to come and tap them. Maybe we'll come to the $22,000 level, but these are all weak levels of support. So it could just fly right down. So yes, when you say 20K, it's possible, but the likelihood of it happening at this point are very low. So we don't trade on bad probabilities. We trade on high probabilities. All right, let's see if we got questions and maybe some questions about coins. Certain coins you guys would like me to look at. I'm going to tell you right now, most of the coins, when I open the charts, will look almost exactly the same. And that's because they follow Bitcoin. Like someone was asking me in the early part of the show, do all coins follow Bitcoin because they're based off of Bitcoin? And yes, even now the way they price Bitcoin is, the way they price alts is off of BTC. So that's why they all fall together. When they change it, that might change. But for right now, they're going to fall together. That's because of BTC falling. It lowers the value of everything else based the way they actually figure out the calculations. That's something also on Ethereum that happens too. Also on BNB, when you're trading a pancake swap, you may notice that the liquidity goes up and down. It's because the price of the coin goes up and down. Can't wait for trading courses to learn properly. Honestly, trading courses is one part. It's here. It's training your mind. It's when you look at the chart when I did on Sunday last week and I looked at it and I was angry. It made me angry it dropped so low because I felt for so many people. I knew so many people that would just get absolutely slaughtered with ETH at 1900. And I felt so bad. It made me angry for them because I already cashed out 60%. So I was not in a bad spot. But a lot of my friends, they were, and I felt really bad for them. You know what I mean? And what happened was I snapped out of it and went, oh my God, what a great buying opportunity. Everyone's probably panicking. It made me angry, and I never get emotional. Well, sometimes I do, but you know what I mean? Compared to most people. And I was like, yo, and I bought. This is something you need to learn. Train yourself. So thoughts on TEL, Theta, KSM. Okay, I'm going to start with a few because we can't do all of them. So what I want to do is go back to that ADA trade just quickly to look at what happened and where it's at in that trade. Okay, so we got to go down to the 4 hour, obviously, and look at what happened. Why did it fail? Well, likely we would have at least taken one take profit because it did jump up about, let's see, jumped up about 8%. Very likely we would have been taking profit. I didn't set that take profit up, so that time we didn't, but likely that was a good area to do it, right around there. The first take profit with your second at the top of the level. Now, what ended up happening on this trade? Well, we're on a 4-hour chart. Let's look at the daily. You guys are going to learn this. This becomes sort of like, you know, going to shower at some point. It becomes natural. You're like, I should go have a shower. I smell, you know what I mean? Like, just like simple stuff like that. So you look at the daily, right? Here on the daily for Cardano, it's starting to show signs of bearishness. We're seeing that it's going to potentially have a bearish TK cross. We're seeing that the candlesticks are going to run into the Chiku, which could be in neutral, but not very bullish. And we're seeing the cloud. It might run directly into the cloud at some point in the next couple weeks. So Cardano also needs to kind of snap out of it. And we do have potential for a Kijun bounce here, but I just don't like where things are shaping up on the 4-hour. So if we're getting more bearish on the 4-hour, it makes sense that our secondary chart, while we're trying to look for a bullish sign, we still are failing on that one as well. And really, it could have actually taken this previous level here on the candle body, but I like to use the candle's wick at the top for an area that it will go to double top off of. It still definitely could bounce off this Kijun and 200 and 100 EMA. It's pretty strong support and go bounce out. And what we will do, if you want to know the trade for ADA, we got to wait for it to break out and retest this time the second time, and then we'll go for that one again. So that would be the trade for ADA. Now let's look at KSM because people were asking. Man, I can't believe I got this at $280. I honestly, it feels so lucky because with the parachains coming up, like that fundamental stuff can help. Remember, does not move the market. Elon Musk does not move the market. He does not move the market. Get it through your head. He doesn't. Okay? So that's what it's all about. Radix mainnet. You know, Radix has been around for as long as ADA. It's like the longest of the longest of the longest. Can I look at Dodge? Okay, this is kind of annoying. Thank you, sir. All right, so we could look at Dodge. We could look at AVAX. I like AVAX, as you guys know. This is an interesting looking chart here, okay? Want to show you something about risk management right now. Take notes. Learn this right now, guys, okay? When we're looking at a trade, remember what we're looking for, that 3R. So we have a bullish Chiku, right? Well, technically it's still bullish. It could definitely go higher. It's not the best situation. And ideally, we'd like for it to be above the red, which is the Kijun, but I would probably still take this. It looks like a good risk to reward. So if this pops into the cloud and closes, the body of the candle is in the cloud. Let's say it pops in there. We're going to put our stop just a little bit below the cloud, and we're going to aim for this nice flat top. So you see how that's a 4R trade? That's a great trade to get into. And even if you get into it here, it's still a 2.6R trade, but likely you'd be getting in somewhere around this, so about 3R. This is a good opportunity to get into a trade like this. Edge-to-edge trade, a macro change in structure, and what we're looking for a secondary move, that would be the secondary move we'd be aiming for. ICP, great project, Definity. So the only thing about this project is it's like the blue chip you would buy and hold for a long period of time and then just wait. So you can see how bearish this is. We see the cloud, it's under the cloud. We see the Kijun acted as resistance and pushed it back down after having that nice move all the way up to about $136. But this is a hard chart to trade because there's just not enough data yet. Like it's only been out for a few weeks. So we know that it's pretty much bottoming out right around here. See that very clearly, like that was a bottoming area, but we haven't really rounded out of that bottom, and it looks like it wants to kind of double bottom first. Oh, it might be an opportunity to buy if it holds this level, and then we look for it to break into the cloud and start showing bullishness. Right now, I still think we're going to see a lot of this for a lot of coins before we see it move again. I think June might be a quiet month. As much as some people are saying June was a big month, I don't know if it's going to be a very big month. Input on DOT. Yes, absolutely. Actually, let me show another chart here. Real quick. So as we were talking about the data, yes, like we have seen that was right. I did expect whales to be selling after pushing in and taking profit on the way back up because the market's volatile. And what I say, we're in consolidation type pattern. How do we know that? Well, what do we see from the wallets? We see that new wallets are being created. They're still being created every day. And what happened? We broke out of this downtrend like War showed in his on his Twitter. But what also we can see is that we're in consolidation. 1 day up, 2 days down, 1 day up, 3 days down, 1 day up. So it's kind of not really sure where it wants to go. And new wallets generally buy after the price has already gone up, which is why I said that. We're still at that 89% threshold. Remember, we're looking for that 95. That 95 will be that blow off top that we're going to wait for. This might actually continue to rise slowly, but our blow off top will be right around 95%. Keep that number in your mind because I'll keep showing you it. And again, like I said yesterday, whales were buying early and then they were taking profit. So we're seeing that flip flop and that confirmation right there that we are in a sideways accumulative pattern. Take profit, take loss, take profit, loss, 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 profit, loss, profit, loss, profit. And they're very small numbers compared to the run up. Right, we're talking 200 million versus 600 and $1 billion on the run up, right? So we're really seeing that the volume is dried up, which is why I'm not bullish. Volume needs to be there for us to be actually bullish. Very important. Coach, I'm a fan. I feel like a student with you again. Good. This is the way we should be doing it. Everyone needs to learn. I learn stuff from other traders too. Guys, the one thing that you could be and really hurt yourself in life is someone who doesn't learn new stuff. Like you're just, I know my way and that's it. That's not a good thing in life. I would never have bought my VR stuff and learned about it, or like all these cool tech. I would have never learned about crypto. So that's what it's all about. Coach, will Blez ever have a recovery? I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of these shit coins that you guys got into, it's going to be really hard for them low caps to come back. They're going to have to really grind it out. I'm an entrepreneur. I know what it's like to be where that is. It's a hard time to get out of, man. Chainlink is such a disappointment. Why? Just because it's not going up anymore? Like because you bought it too early or too late? Tell me why something would be a disappointment for you guys. Because for me, something a disappointment is the team, right? So the team didn't do what they said. The team, like, you lied or, you know what I mean? Like, that's not good. Here, look at this. This is great. So Solana, right? Daily chart broke out and it retested, but it retested. And where did it close? Sorry. Let me go right back to that quick. It retested. Where did it close? It closed back in the cloud. It never gave. Oh, it did retest. That would have faked you out for sure. This is the one thing, guys, that you'll learn is on a sloped cloud, it's not as easy to trust. On a flat top, it is, but you can. What kind of candlestick pattern is this right there? That's a shooting star. Was that shooting star happening at any kind of resistance? Yeah, at an SR level. So that's likely why that dumped out. So that would have not worked. That's a trade that if we gone in, we would have stopped out unless we put our stop below this red level, which I wouldn't have. I would have stopped out on this trade. And what would I do? Just wait for this to happen. I'm going to move this over here and wait for that to happen. Go up, retest. I'm going to re-enter that trade. I don't make 100% of my trades. I actually, to be honest, get 65% hit rate. Sounds bad, right? It's actually fantastic. The people who tell you got 80, 90% hit rates, usually they're like counting that they took a percentage. Like it goes out here and they take a first take profits at like 1%. And they're like, yeah, that was a successful trade. That was a win. No, it wasn't. A win is when you hit your take profits, guys. Okay. Paid is going to come back strong. I don't know if you guys saw Kyle Chassey's video yesterday or today. I don't know when it actually came out, but holy moly, man. They have Paid chain. They're going to get a parachain. They're starting a fund. Oh, I think they're going to come back strong. Actually, you know what? Let's have a quick look at Paid. I was looking at stacks the other day, today, and it just does not look good. You know, it's almost like they don't even have a chance because the market's gone so poorly against them. And this is sometimes not even the project's fault, to be honest. Just the market. Ooh, so you see Paid has rounded its bottom, and now it's kind of retesting that level. Let me just zoom in here, and I'll go on a little bit of a higher time frame to give you guys what I'm seeing. So that was yesterday's news. Pumped it up. So let's draw some levels on this chart real quick. So we see that it bottomed out around here. Let me just zoom in. You guys can all see. So let's just find a nice level. It looks like it bottomed out around here. It's a good level from the past. And we had this. This is like a pretty good level of resistance right here. Right? So we can see that it's kind of stuck in that range. It rejected, came back down. And we would like for it to come above and then continue going higher. But right now, there's just not a lot of, there's no resistance because, you know, you can't really find any for a while. It's pretty like a flat area. So, you know, the resistance is quite weak, which means it could come all the way back up to like $1, $2 or so. And that would be when paid really has resistance again. So that's a good thing. Oh, yes. Do smash the like. Do hit that subscribe button. Because all this stuff that I do is for you. I don't care. I could not do this if I don't want to, but I really like doing this to help you out and give you guys some one-on-one time. So Mandala Exchange is a gem, absolutely gem. It's been around for a long time. They're integrated on Binance, and it's cheaper than trading on Binance. Cellframe. Well, anyone knows that Cellframe is associated with CalVPN. And because I had issues with CalVPN, I stopped actually promoting or backing Cellframe. Now, that being said, I told people when it was way up here that I did not really appreciate what was going on. And so I actually sold out of Cellframe because of the CalVPN thing. And then I sold all my CalVPN because of the CalVPN thing. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Coach, is there free will? I feel like everything we do or say was just the result of our programming and inputs. Are we free agents or are we just following our programming? Great way to put it, John. So, of course, there's free will. Everyone can do whatever they want. And honestly, that's what you should be doing, guys. Every one of you. Free will. What is he talking about? You have the free will to do or say or whatever you want, anything. Now, are we programmed by Elon? No, we're not, guys. We're not. Okay? You can believe that you're programmed by Elon, but the fact of the matter is, do you really believe that this tweet 12 hours ago, that it actually had that much of an effect on Bitcoin? You don't think that the result of running into resistance before this tweet came out had anything to do with it? Or that we've been telling you for a week? We're ranging and it's likely to go up and down for a while. That's what we have been seeing. But Elon's a great troll. We have to admit that. Anyone could admit that he's hilarious, right? I know I said it would be over between us if you quoted the LinkedIn song, but I found someone else, him. So in the end, it didn't even matter. He's talking about Bitcoin, right? And then after that, he posts this a few hours later as everyone's freaking out and losing their minds. He goes and he posts this, I miss you. Why are you crying? He's looking at his portfolio. Another thing probably talking about Bitcoin. And then there's this guy, okay? There's these people in the world who blame Elon. Okay, this is something all of you need to understand. This person entered at $1.81. Let me show you why this person was wrong. Because they want to blame Elon. They want to blame Elon. We always want to blame Elon. It's always Elon's fault, right? Well, let me just show you something real quick right here. And let's just jump into the daily chart. So someone bought, okay, at $1.81. Let me just show you guys something right here. This is $1.81. This is on a daily chart. So this guy is blaming Elon Musk, because what? Because there was resistance that it hit once, twice, and then it hit the third time and dumped. That wasn't Bitcoin, guys. That wasn't Bitcoin. That was not Elon. That was the market. That was volume dropping for each day. Price is also dropping, and then more volume came in, and we saw that. So, and what were we looking for? We were looking for losing 150 and shorting it down to 90 cents, 85 cents. And I still think that's possible. We'd be looking right here for this bounce. If it doesn't bounce off $1.50, guys, Matic's not going to be one of those coins that you want to be holding right now. Thank you, and this son Kos. If you have a question, do let me know. If I missed it, let me know. Elon timed it maybe just to kind of mess with people. What's the potential for FXF? Oh, guys, I am I am so biased, it's probably not even good to ask me anymore. Because you guys know you're asking now one of the owners of FXF what I think of the company. I love FXF. I am one of the top holders of the coin still. Yes, I never sold one token. And then on top of that, I invested in equity in the company. I'm an owner of FXF. So I really, really am going to push to make that work. Not just from a chill, whatever you want to call it, but from a business level. I think what they're doing is going to replace what Binance is doing. I think they're going to be bigger than Binance. Mark my words on this stream today, June 4th, 2021. In 5 years, come back to this stream. Do it. It'll be like Da Vinci when you watch his stuff from 2013. Seriously. All right, can you chart ETH? Of course I can chart ETH. Let's do that. And while we're on FXF, just real quick, it's been on a very nice uptrend. Broke that downtrend beautifully. And what do we have? Just a little bit of resistance right here at about 65 cents. It's already tried to hit it once. It'll break through and then start to come back higher. FXF's a giant, and there's people buying it for a good reason. All right, let's check. Ethereum. Let me just look at Bitcoin dominance, have a quick look. Again, it's in that zone that while it dropped, we went into USDT, we went into Bitcoin on the dump, right? And now we're just chilling. What does ETH look like? ETH doesn't look so good. Look, I talked about this yesterday. I said it has to ride up the cloud to stay bullish. And we had this bearish TK cross. So what are we looking for now, guys? I'm going to tell you right now, you should short ETH. Well, let's put it this way. If you're not short ETH, when this closes the daily and the candle in the cloud, you're making a mistake from my perspective. Why? Let me show you something real quick. Where is our resistance and support? Our resistance is dynamically right here, but really it's right about there at about 28.80. Okay. How far is down here? It's $2,000. So let's just do a quick short and let's show you where, if this closes. So what we're looking for now, you see how the candle, the body of the candle is inside the cloud. If it closes, then we're going to enter short right there. Okay. And we're going to exit that short if it comes out above this level. Actually, you know what? Above, if it comes back to the 21 EMA, I'm going to get out of that trade. So we're going to keep it really nice and tight, right? Just to keep a really easy trade for us. If we're wrong fast. Fail fast is the best way. Now, what are we looking for? We see that right about here is a pretty strong level of support. It's bounced off it several times. So we're looking for about there as our first level, and our second level will be about here. So we got level 1, right? And then we have like down here, level 2. And those that other level is drawn on the daily, like from way back, right? So we're going to look at that from before, okay? So we have these two levels. So we'd be looking at this one as the first and this one as the second, right? So we're looking at a 3.8 to about a 2.5 hour trade. Not bad. I take these ones, especially on Ethereum, because it's a good opportunity. So what are we waiting for? We have 9 hours and 47 minutes for this candle to close. So we have to wait that long. We can't just go in now, because if you wait now and it bounces and starts going up and closes outside the cloud, that's an invalid trade. So we need all three factors. Number 1, the Chiku span is underneath the candles. Check mark. Number 2, we had a bearish TK cross right here. 2 check marks. Number 3, we need this candle to close inside of the cloud. If all 3 factors are satisfied when the candle closes, you can then go and enter that trade. That's how you do it. This is just how you trade the Ichimoku. That is the trade setup. That's what you can look for. And if you wanted to make it a little bit more, a little bit looser, you could do that too. Some people even go all the way up to there, but on this type of setup, you would actually not want to do that. So we just use our 21 EMA. If it comes back out the cloud and goes above the 21 EMA, then probably it's going to continue to go higher and fake us out. So that would be a bounce if it closed above. So keep that in mind. Questions. How about Elio's Super? Super Farm, for me personally, it's done really well, but I feel like there's just I don't know what it does that well, maybe that's my fault because I'm so busy and I haven't been using it, but I feel like there's stuff that must be coming because it feels like they've been holding back, to be really, really honest. Anarchy X, are there other exchanges? Yeah, it will eventually definitely go on other exchanges. I've talked to JD about this. It's just the problem, it is what it is. All right, so we want some Hex. Look, I've never been a big fan of Hex. And it's because it's just kind of a really weird way of doing stuff. But I will definitely chart you Hex and let you know what it looks like. Hex is it only on Uniswap? It is only on Uniswap. Okay. Well, doesn't look horrible. I mean, wasn't Hex created for this type of situation when the market's kind of unsure? So what I'm seeing here is we have this level and we have another level right around here. Kind of a tight range right now. It doesn't really have a lot of data, but it's kind of this is a bull flag, right? So what you would look for on Hex, breakout, retest, go higher. How do we know how high to go? We use our friend, the Fib extension tool. We find lowest low recently to the highest high, and then we pull it down. I like to do it to the Kijinsen, and we see where are we looking for. So if we break out and go above that level, our first level will be this zone right here, the 11 to 12 cent range. So about a 2x if you can get it. So Hex looks pretty decent. It should look decent because that's what it was created for. For bear markets or bearish movements, it should do well in that. Theta. Okay, XRP and Theta, and I'm out because we got a couple minutes. Let me see how many I can get in. But XRP, let's take a quick look at how is XRP looking. I haven't been trading XRP because really there was just this trade. So the bounce off the level, I talked about XRP looked good. I think it was over here. We got back to the Kumo top, rejected twice and brought back down to this level. Then we made a higher low and we bounced almost off that 200 EMA. And now we're being held down by two things. We're being held down by the 21 EMA and the Kumo bottom. So we have a lot of resistance and we're bearish on the macro level here for XRP. So I would not be trading this here right now. Maybe if it comes back up and rejects again, we could look for a short back down to 78 to 80 cents. Okay. Let me see. I've seen Theta a lot. All right. So Theta, I'm a big fan. Really love the project. I've loved this project. If you guys knew me from way back in the day, you would know that I actually was a big fan of Theta before anyone even knew about it. It was like one of the first ICOs I ever reviewed. And because Steve Chen was on the board and like on the team, I was like, this is going to be a winner. You guys can even see I was charting it way back in the bear. So this is what we're seeing here. Let's just jump in. Let me just remove this fib extension here and get a good idea of where we're going. So I was aiming for this level. We never could break out and go higher. It failed and dumped. And now it's used this level was resistance, acted not as support. And then it's never really been an SR level. It's just straight up resistance. It needs to be able to break this level. Once it does that, things will really change. When it breaks out, it will definitely go to $20, $25. But what a recovery. Looks a lot like BNB. Actually, if we look at BNB after this, I'll show you that 200 EMA dynamically acted as support. We saw a 3 inside up trade, which I love trading. 3 inside ups on a daily are very powerful, especially when the inside candle is halfway up the first candle. So we see it close above, really powerful. And then we had 3 white soldiers right after. Bang, bang, bang. So that would have been where you'd enter at the bottom of this. And, well, you probably would have looked to take profit right at this resistance level right here. And then you would have let it run. Then you could have let it run with a trailing stop loss at that point after, just to see how much you can get out of it. All right. Questions. Oh my God, so many of you messaging in the chat. It's awesome. I love this. Tazo says from Greece watching you. I love it. I love the people from Greece. A lot of my friends over there, big ERN fans in Greece too. We love you. Sharing, Freeway Token, PPay, MBX. Okay, that's a lot of coins. I'm going to choose one of those. I'm going to choose, we did sharing yesterday, so there's no point in doing that again today. Okay, so let's look at Freeway Token. So Freeway Token, a lot of people were like, Coach, is this legit? It's legit, guys. I know exactly who is trading for some of their accumulators. They have actual hedge fund traders trading for the like the virtual hedge fund. They actually hired people who do this professionally. Okay, that's what I can tell you. So the people that are in Freeway Token that are doing the superchargers, you're literally getting institutional grade funds that are trading your money for you. Freeway token is also going to be available in the United States. If you're not in that, this is going to be one of those things in the bear market, guys. You'll be able to make money by just putting your USDT and your Freeway token in, and you're making like 20 to 40% a year, APY. That's amazing. That's what's up. Keep an eye on Anarchy. So yes, I see a lot of Anarchy X. So let's go look. Remember, I am team in Anarchy X, so it's not like I'm trying to avoid it. I just don't want to shill my own projects. The reason why Anarchy got off of BitHum is because nobody likes nor uses BitHum. This is the wrong one. Let's just switch that back. Is this for real? Okay, so that's what I was like, that was weird. That didn't look good. Okay, so it's bottomed out and the game is about to come on launch. Oh, I'm telling you guys, the game is about to launch for Anarchy X. It's going to be big. What are the chances of a 6-figure BTC in 2021? So really, honestly, Jesse, a lot of people ask me that. The chances are 50-50. And right now, no one knows the answer to that question. Because, just let me show you something quickly on a chart, just so you guys understand how fast this market really moves. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go on a monthly chart, okay? So you can see how much we can move in 5 months. Let's say we don't count June. We count just July to the end of the year. So 5 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just show you how much we moved up in 5 months. We went up $46,000 in 5 months. So for us to go to 3640 to 100K could definitely happen, because we didn't even have a blow off top on this cycle yet. Yeah, a couple down months might be a good thing in the cycle, but we didn't really have that on any of the other ones. Just keep that in note, okay? Keep that in mind. So, we're not looking amazing on Bitcoin. We're not looking amazing on alts. And as I've said to you from before, being in USDT, you can't lose any money. You can't lose capital. Why do you think my Twitter says capital preservationist? Because that's the most important. It's not about being in all the crypto you can be. It's about keeping the capital that you have, and then you can buy more crypto, no problem. All right. Greetings from Malaysia. Thank you, coach, for all the guidance. Benefited a lot. Great. I'm very happy that anyone comes here and benefits. That makes the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here. If you guys didn't benefit from it, I just wouldn't enjoy it. It wouldn't be as fun. Voyager, this is the wrap version, but yeah, these are getting a little bit bottomed out, but you still see that resistance right there from the 200 EMA. So that's not a good thing yet. It's almost, remember, don't trade to be in a trade to be in a trade. Be in a trade when it comes to you. When the trade shows me, like I've shown you on many charts many times, when it comes down to the level or goes up to the level where I want to short or long, I wait for that. And I sometimes wait for a month. Matic, I might wait for 3 months. I might not even get it this cycle at 90 cents. But I'm going to wait and see if I can. And if I don't, so what? What's the loss that I have? Nothing. I lose 0. I just close that trade order and I open another one. And then hopefully that one trades. And that's how you should be with at least 20, 25% of your whole pot. Should be in like these dips or like orders that you planned out, but they're in cash so that they're there and you have cash there all the time. That's what that's there for the dips, for those opportunities. And when you notice that you are emotional, you got to start listening to yourself. If you start going like you're angry at your wife easily, your kids easily, you're just like, you're like angry or you're frustrated or annoyed and you're losing money and you're emotional, just by looking at the market, you should be like, that's the time when I go buy. That's when I'm like, yeah, buying that all day. Because that's usually the next day I wake up and I'm up 40%, which is what happened to us the other day. VLX, I never even heard of that before. Greetings from Charlotte, North Carolina. What up? I am Coach K, so I'm surprised that you're actually watching me. You'd probably be like I hate Duke, right? Because you're from North Carolina, but that's cool, man. What's up? Woo Token, man. These guys have been crushing. Why? Who's backing Woo Token? They're market makers. Do you think market makers know how to make a market for their token? Probably good at that kind of stuff, right? Now, they had a hard start. I remember they started and they dumped super hard, but look where they are now. So remember when I said they dumped super hard? It looks like a Shiba chart, really. Like it jumped to 3 cents and everyone was crying forever. And these market makers played everyone like a fiddle 40x'd, and like now it's still very nicely at like I think 20 or so. Great project. And where is it at from a technical level right now? Well, we can see we're in a range. Again, like everything else, everything's just stuck in these ranges, right? Like you can see that right here, this rangy, boring market. Like there's just up and down. And you're probably going to see this on a lot of charts like that. And you have to just be patient enough to wait for it to break back out, because you're going to see a lot of this. You know, and then in July, all of a sudden, it's going to spike out and start going or something, right? So we have to just be patient. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. I'm going to do one more, VLX. And then we're going to, I don't even see where is VLX? What blockchain is VLX? Is it on Sushi? Pancake? I mean, there's too many different explorers, so it's hard to find some of these things. Oh, Kovex, man. This is a sick project. Did it get back down to 12? I hope it got back down to 12 and I got filled. Let me see. There's another project that I think is like super Chad. It didn't get back to 12. Bastard. So sad about that. Yeah, I'm looking for to load up on Kovex Finex, guys. We were looking at this way down here at like $6-7 and it just exploded. So sad I missed this one, but I think honestly, if it comes down, I'm gonna definitely jump into that. So now you know what I'm looking for. Welcome to Bronze Coach Jenny. Great to have you here. Dude, could you check Panther Swap? I just don't get what to get from that chart. I don't even know what Panther Swap is. So, and guys, when you do this, you're going to have to start telling me which chain is it on, because there are other chains and TradingView doesn't have everything. So that's the truth. Oh, yes. Let's just quickly do BNB. Great point. A lot of people are like, oh man, coach, where was this going? And I was like, yeah, well, I didn't really like it yesterday, to be honest. It was getting above this level, but we had this bearish TK cross. We have the bearish chart. So we're just bearish. And we go to the 4 hour we were looking for yesterday, and we got it. Oh my goodness. I had talked about this level coming into play potentially, how we had this 200 EMA and that we may not get above it. And we didn't. We rejected it. And now we're almost down to I swear this was one of the charts I called yesterday, where we have that little level right here, but we're not going to trade off of that, even though we have great stuff like a bullish Chiku and a bullish TK cross. We're in the cloud, and like a plane during turbulence, we don't stand up or we don't get down. We just stay in our seat. We don't do nothing, right? Check out Perp. Great project, but you know what, guys? I'm actually out of time today. So here's what we're going to do. Every Friday, I'm going to do a show right before Rand's show from 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock my time. So right before Crypto Banter starts, I'm going to do a Friday live session. So don't miss it. Do tell your friends. We're going to do more of these, more technical analysis focused, and we're going to get you guys up to speed. So thank you all for being here. Much love. Honestly, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you. So thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for being on the channel. Don't forget to throw up a like and smash that subscribe so you don't miss the next videos, because I do them 5 days a week. See you guys soon.